Yes, the banging on the door. Welcome to Katawa Shoujo. My name is PolishLynx. Let's continue. Jolted awake by a thunderous banging sound coming from my door, which I already mentioned. My first thought is, it could be Shizune. After all, only a deaf person or a jackass would knock that loudly at this hour. It might be our neighbor. Who is that? Of course, if it's Shizune, she wouldn't be able to hear that or answer it. There's no reply, so I'm kind of pleased. I haven't seen Shizune in a while. Open door, I find Kenjin standing out in the hall. So it's the jackass. His eyes nervously darting from side to side. Oh, it's you.
Yeah, it's me. What kind of reaction is that?
Well, I'd be able to give you a more personal response if you had answered when I asked who it was. Keiji frowns and puts up his glasses exactly like Shizune.
Why are you making that weird face?
I wonder how he's able to see me making a face now, yet wasn't able to see millions of other times I've reacted to something weird he has said or done. I kind of want to pursue this, but am too tired to actually do it. Shizune pushes her glasses up just like that, you know, the student council president. It's just a little weird.
What the hell? What do you mean there is this girl who does the same thing? You mean she turns her glasses? I do that. That's my thing. Who is this girl? Why are all of them in my business doing what I do?
His character flips from anger to fear, with a blink of an eye.
Is she trying to replace me? Pod people? No. No, wait. That's an exact copy. Pod woman. It's like my two greatest fears combined. It is!
I can't believe he has a point.
Hey! You going to go into town today?
Maybe later.
Okay, awesome. I have some stuff I want to pick up for me at the post office. Some delicate and secret stuff.
He speaks in a whisper, as if talking about his mail in even a normal tone of voice will jeopardize it. You can have your mail sent directly here, you know. It depends. If he is using the post office, I understand him. They probably left him the notice. Yeah, wait, this is Japan we are talking, not Poland. In Poland, you can expect nothing to arrive at your house if you use the national post office. Always a notice. Always. Always. Never actual letter, package or anything. Always a damn notice. That's why I never use them. I used them maybe 3 times when I had the other choice, and always had to go to their goddamn building. I hate them. It is always the queue. And they suck. Parcel lockers only, please. Still, I have to go out to get that, but it's like 50 meters walk, not a kilometer. Anyway.
No, you can't. You can have your email sent to the school, and then to the study council picks it up, and they give it to you. That's not the same as the mail appearing in your hands. I don't trust the student council. Man, the dudes don't get their mail here, you know. They probably steal it all. They think that just because it's sent to them, they have license to steal. I can just see them now, elbow deep in mail, fast grabbing all the free swag I can get a hold on. Sickening!
Where can I find this mailman who can conjure mail out of thin air into your hands?
I know. I bet the student council killed him to preserve the monopoly on all the students' shite.
It doesn't work that way. Is that what you wanted for? Fine. I can pick up your mail for you, but eventually I'm going to like on all these favors. You already owe me some money.
Thanks for reminding me. I'll pay you back after I get my package.
Yeah, my bad. I can't really pay you until then. I'm still broke. Then, I'm basically doing it for money like a job. Why do you need the package first? Is there money in the package?
Nah.
I'm seriously dumbfounded. Why can't you get it?
Because I'm going to remodel my room today into a war room. As the days go by, I realize more and more how dangerous feminism is. It really is everywhere, even in places like Iran. You can't tell how far up it goes. When the war begins, if we haven't transcended the concept of nations to fight for the gender, our gender, it will be chaos. No one will know.
You know what, now that I think about it, I don't understand really why, but at least at university, the English teacher told us that normally you don't use the word gender. I don't really understand why, because she didn't even explain it to us, but it's not the word you use really, for some reason. Don't care, I'll still use it. Damn, this is not good. What the hell?
Yeah. No one will know who will take what side. And the war against feminism wouldn't just mean World War III, but the end of all life on Earth as we know it. If you lose, all our supple Japanese women will be enslaved by a bunch of sociopathic lesbian supremacists. Meanwhile, the handful of men that didn't die in the war will be forced to repair toilets and build massive monuments commemorating the feminist victory.
Interesting. That's crazy, man. You're crazy. I think you're overthinking this.
As the days go by, I realize more and more that you are not violin.
We won't talk like 4 times.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, whatever. I'll get your package.
Awesome.
By the way, I'm the student council member. I close the door and jump right back to bed. The second my head hits the pillow, a painfully loud ringing assaults my ears, and I realize it's my clock. The alarm's going off means that right now is the time I'm supposed to wake up in the first place. On weekdays, at least. I pick it up and draw it without looking up. It gets wedged between the bed and the wall. The noise is not stopping. In fact, it seems to grow louder. By the time I'm able to pry it out of there, I know I'm not going to be able to go back to sleep. The only thing I can think of doing now is going into town and just getting Kenji's stupid package, but it's too early for that. After showering... Wait. What? Yo, I'm pretty sure that goddamn post office is not open on weekends for us. Give me a second. Of course it's not! What? You guys have it open on weekends as well? Damn, that's nice. Again, Poland lagging behind. After showering, I take my medication. And I'm actually very hungry today since I went without dinner yesterday. And before that, I had just a very light lunch. I eat the pills, chomping on them like a leg of lamb. They're unbelievably bitter and disgusting. Well, good medicines tastes bad. Or something like that. That's not true. Not all of them. We have that syrup that is so good. And when you were a kid, you would just... Mom, I still feel bad. I think I might need more of it. That was like that. Yeah, anyway. I'm still hungry and there's still a lot of time to kill, so I decided to go into town and find somewhere to have breakfast. And same for the... like throat tablets. So delicious. I can't remember the last time I ate out. Besides, the weather is nice, so why not? Those tablets are so good. They could basically be like sweets. The walk into the town is longer than you remember. Possibly because it's been a while, and probably because I rarely come here alone. There are barely any cars on the road because it's so early in the morning, making it unusually quiet. Also, that's a very nice area. The first thing I do is start looking for a place to eat. Immediately I think of the Shanghai, but I want something more substantial than sandwiches or a cake. Since it's so early, I decided to get Kenji's package first. Picking it up at the post office doesn't take very long. Dude! Could it be that Japan has the post offices figured out as well? I see it. I'm enraged about what the pain in the ass it would be to carry this thing all the way back to the school. The box is huge! You need 2 hands to hold it. Insultingly, it's not even very heavy. I was thinking of wandering around for a while, but with this thing in tow, that's going to be a problem. I guess the Shanghai is my only option now. Everything else is closed, and the ones that aren't all have about the same menu. The fact also makes me want to throw some more business Yuko's way. Before I can even open the door and enter, someone taps me on the shoulder from behind. I turn around and see Shizune there. Instinctively I look for Misha, but she doesn't seem to be here. Good morning, she said. Looks like those sign language classes are already starting to pay off. I'm tempted to sign right back, but then she might think I know a lot more than I actually do. For now, I just give her a wave and open door. She's probably here for her morning tea and come here just to greet me. It turns out I'm right, as Shizune follows me inside the tea house. Wait, what? Chotto mate. Give her a wave, open the door. And she follows you inside. Don't you open the door so she can go inside or whatever. It's a total ghost town in here. It's not exactly peak hours, but every other cafe I passed had at least a few customers. Actually, the Shanghai has been fairly empty every time I pass by. How does this place stay in business? Hello. Thank you for choosing to patronize our establishment. What did you do? Yuko bows with the force of a falling axe, and the head collides with the box in my hands, launching it towards the floor. Oh boy. Oh no! Sorry, please forgive me! It's okay, and you don't have to do that. Hello, thanks for choosing your shop thing, since we know you! But it's part of my job! You're here early, what can I get you? I just want some coffee for now. Dude, you were hungry a second ago. Oh, what Shizune wants. About Misha, there is no real way to tell, or any way to even ask. I haven't learned about that yet, so she's here. So I'm pretty sure that means she wants something too. I don't really know what Shizune wants. Does she have a usual or something? Wait, she might want something else, for perhaps you should bring us a menu just in case. I look around for one, but can't find anything that looks remotely like a menu. Menus? Look for one right now. Huh? There are menus, yeah, they are just rare. It's only a restaurant menu, not a collector's edition. Weird. Is that what Shizune is saying? Nah, she can't hear you. It's just weird for a cafe to make you have to go out of your way to look for a menu. Weird? Yeah, you're right. It's so illogical. There's so many things. Like, why is it called the Shanghai? This is a Western style tea house, but the name is Chinese, and the architecture is old-fashioned, but the uniform is so modern and sophisticated. She looks like she's about to pass out. If she does, she'll probably fall forward and makes a mess of everything. I can't work here anymore! What a bad place for her circular train of logic to end up. Oh, come on, come on! That kind of stuff is what sets this place apart. There are a lot of cafes around here, you know. I think it's charming, really. Please don't quit. Business is good here, ain't it?
Not really.
See, I think it's a good job for you. It suits you. You shouldn't quit. I've never had to defuse this kind of crisis before. Eventually, I managed to calm her down and convince her that I'm sure Shizune just wants what she usually orders here. Yuko walks away to get our drinks, and by then Shizune had already picked a table. There are no other customers, and Yuko is the most talkative person, so it's very quiet. It doesn't really bother me, but I wish there was some way we could communicate. There are so few moments when we're alone. Shizune and Bisha are always, almost always together, to the point where sometimes it is like they are one. Now just me and her, and I'm unable to understand her or have her understand me. It's terrible! You don't have your little notepad today? I know it's the weekend at all, but it's not like you to be unprepared. Well, that's fine. I don't really like using it anyway. Still, it will be coming handy now. Shouldn't start signing in short bursts, punctuated by her stopping to take a sip of tea. It's strange how she doesn't make the slightest attempt to change how she normally acts. I'm talking to her for the most part because I'm not used to long silences. I briefly wonder if it's the same for her. In a way, however, it seems unlikely. I think it's more that she's the type who doesn't change how she acts for anyone. Hey, it seems like Misha joined the student council because of you. That makes two of us, you know. I wonder because you forced me into it. Well, not really forced, I guess. If it was for you, I would have joined. It sounds slightly romantic. And I find myself blushing a little. I feel like such an idiot. Although I still don't know why you joined. It should have been the first thing I asked in retrospect, but I'm really curious. I have to remember to ask Misha sometime. It's nice to talk to you, even if you can understand me. I wonder if it's the same for you. That'd be really great. I don't think sign language will ever be as natural for me as Misha makes it look, but it's got to be a step up from using pen and paper, right? We've both been finished with our drinks for a while, and Shizune's eyes fall up on the box sitting in its own chair by my side. I'm just picking it up for someone, not mine. Shizune pulls it close to her, intent to open it, and my heart almost leaps out of my throat. I could try to pull it back by wrapping my leg around the leg of the chair. What the hell? Don't open it! You can't just open other people's mail! That's not legal! No! While she gets going, there is almost no stopping her. Eyes filled with excitement. She looks ready to fight me over this stupid package and realize just how fast this could turn to a game of tug of war. I am almost out of my seat now and wave my arms like an air traffic controller before she finally settles down. Shizune pouts, not pleased with having her curiosity checked, and gets up to leave. It's about time too. I guess we've been here a while. I protectively pick up the box before standing up myself. Suddenly she tenses her fingers, excited, and pulls out the marker from her pocket and starts writing on Kenji's box. Hey, what are you? I said this is mine! Hey! I can't even see her with it blocking my vision. Fine, at least let me put it down first. I have to read whatever she's writing anyway. I'll help you carry it. It doesn't seem like she's finished for, and she then draws a fierce line afterward to signify that there is a catch. But it's a game. The first one to stumble loses, and the loser has to carry it the rest of the way by themselves. That's stupid. There's a 50% chance I'll end up carrying it myself anyway. Actually, I feel pretty stupid myself right now. I just forgot she can't hear me. I stop talking and shake my head. I can't understand her at all, but she's coming across very forcefully. It's clear that she thinks this is a great idea. Well, if she drops the box or something, she'll have to carry it. That will make things a lot easier for me, obviously. But I couldn't do that. The odds are 50-50 then. They are probably higher than they would be for any other plans of hers. Alright? Alright, I'll take it. Thinking about it, I'm not sure how we should do this. Then Shizune grabs hold of one end of the box and lifts it up. And I decide that she's in holding. Is this even right? It's very uncomfortable to walk like this. We leave the cafe and I find myself hoping that the streets are still devoid of people. Yuko seemed confused as to what we were doing, and I mentioned it would only get worse as more people see us. She doesn't seem bothered at all while working her arm at this unnatural angle. She just grins confidently and periodically makes some kind of weird gesture. There are people staring at us as time passes, and the usual morning crowd begins to fill the streets. I feel silly, but I'm sure that if I give up, Shizune will take it as a sign of surrender. I can't allow that because I think I'm doing well so far. Initially, I just write Shizune's little hand signals off as her primitively gloating, but I catch on quickly that she's actually signaling where she wants to go. It downs me that ease in the competition. It's not much of a challenge, first of all. And second, it's really more of an exercise in teamwork. It's just that Shizune has made a punishment for failing instead of a reward for doing well. Our fingers touch under the box, and Shizune moves her hand away, almost dropping her side the box in the process. Well, that's game over for her. She doesn't look very happy. Does she think I did on purpose to make her lose? If she does, she's making a big deal out of it. All is fair in love and war. I feel like I should take it from her and get myself, but she pushes me away when I try. She glares me as to tell me off, but she can't. With that box in her hands, she's basically gagged. I saw the expression flickers across her face for a second, maybe on realizing that and having to acknowledge that there are some limitations she has to deal with after all. However, she's still as prideful as her, even when it's to her detriment. She wouldn't accept letting me allow her to skip out on the consequence of her bet. Anything is fair during the game, but the results have to be honored to the letter, huh? Shizune is an interesting type of person. I mean, with that I agree, yeah. The march back to the dorms is uneventful. Shizune passes the trip by shifting the box around, occasionally like a giant Rubik's Cube. It looks like another game she has invented to amuse herself. It can be good for whatever's inside, but I will care enough to stop her. Maybe this is how she deals with things, by making everything into game. It's hard to say for sure though. It seems futile to try to psychoanalyze Shizune. In the short time we've known each other, I've been surprised on a fair number of occasions. And Shizune shivering. The wind is picking up and the school is pretty light up. It makes sense that she would be cold. If I gave her my jacket, would she reject it? I take off my jacket and drape it across her shoulders before she has a chance to protest. Her shoulders are slim and delicate, so much so that I want to let my hands tinker at them. She flinches when my fingers brush against her, understandably surprised. Sorry. Her fingers down slightly over the surface of the box, and I think of taking it from her, but I doubt she would let me. She makes a quick gesture with her hands as best she can, pausing a bit afterward as if wanting to say more. I'm sure that what she means is, "Thank you!" I'm glad that I was able to catch it. We're not going to Kenji? What? The sign language teacher says I'm pretty good. I try not to think about too much, but the truth is I'm poring over it so much lately that it's hard not to keep coming back to it at least a couple of times a day. I guess I'm picking up faster than expected, but it's still not enough. It's not enough. I understand it just fine. Understanding it is simple. I have to put my mind to it to read it, but it's easy enough when I do. The signing itself is doable, I just need a little more practice. However, trying to do both at the same time, even at half the speed Misha does it, it's impossible. Where I am now is good for my level, but in order to reach a point where I'll be able to really converse with Shizune, I'll need more work. I'm doing my best to get to the point one step at a time by doing as much studying as I can squeeze in during lunch. I look up from introduction to Japanese sign language to check if Shizune or Misha are around. Of course, since this is taking up my lunch hour, I've had to avoid them for a few days. Now, what's more, I'll have to continue doing so if I want to keep Shizune from finding out. Back to the corner. Scan the area every 10 minutes. I feel like some kind of criminal trying to evade capture. Every chance she gets, Misha asks me why I want to hide the fact I'm learning language from Shizune. Looking back on it, there really wasn't a reason, but now I think I know. If I want Shizune to be able to treat me as a true equal, sign language is an important step towards that goal. If I want to be able to treat Shizune as an equal, then sign language is an important step towards that goal. Another important step is to make sure she does know, so that when we're able to finally speak on equal terms, I'll be fully ready, able to do it right, not like some dilettante. Anything less, I think, would be insulting. She would see it the same way. So, to me, this is the only option, especially now that I've decided to be so resolute with it. Shizune has a huge aura. It's very easy to see her coming, or even to sense her coming. Mostly because Misha's hair lights up and it crowds. She's in like a beacon and you can hear her laughing from a mile away. Although even if Misha weren't with her, it would be the same. Her directness and efficiency are core parts for her, so it's no surprise that they come across in the way she walks as well. Due to all these factors, I'm able to put away all my things and put on my best casual face long before they see me and head my way. Hi? Student Council! Student Council! Student Council was the first thing I have to learn. It seemed like it would come in handy. Yeah, I've been dodging it for a while now, huh? Yep! Shizune sits down in front of me to my right, and Misha to my left. It was a mistake putting myself in a corner. Now, I am, well, cornered. In the end, I'm dragged up to the student council room, but I don't mind. I was starting to miss them a bit anyway. In some ways, this makes it easier. Satisfied with having caught me, Shizune does ask me where I've been all this time. Once I stand before the door, I wonder what could be so important they are so eager to pull me back in. Games. There are more games out than books. This at last explains why every time I come here, there are stacks of books piled on their table and occasionally parts of the floor. They need the room to put all these games somewhere. It's boring playing against each other so much. Hichan, so it's your turn, okay? Okay. It's settled then. I didn't even say anything. Hichan, this one of the last days will be take it easy like this for a while, so it's especially important that we make the most of it, don't you think? Tanabata will be coming up soon, and we'll have to put in a lot of work for that too. So, for now, play with us. Come to think of it, it's true. I hadn't even noticed because I've been so wrapped up in wanting to learn sign language. Right in the heels of one festival, a bigger one appears. I wonder if Shizune will try and rope a couple of new members in to help with that one as well. You're right. Yay! Hichan agrees! Let's celebrate! I know we should play a game. Let's play a game to celebrate, Hichan. I know, that kind of thing usually ends badly for me. Hichan is worried about the stakes. Misha makes a very disappointed face. It's hard to tell if she's mocking me since her expressions are so exaggerated by default. Ugh. She's an all-out kind of girl, sorry about that. I turn my head to Shizune. Now this person, she's definitely mocking me. Hey, stop that. But yes, I'll play with you if you tell me what's at the stake first. How very Japanese! Putting the consequences above everything else. Hichan, have you heard the expression, missing the forest for the trees? No. Exactly no. That's a lie, but I have my pride, which is currently feeling wounded. Okay, I played, but I want to pick the game. Misha knows. Additionally, I pick the punishment if you lose. Shizune makes an X with her arms. That either means the night or that she's about to use her special attack. Now who's afraid of the consequences? How vengeful. Still thinking so spitefully about a playful little joke. If bit you would probably bite back. Shizune signs a word that I don't quite catch. Hichan is so vengeful. If it was just a playful little joke, if an armadillo bit you, you would probably bite back. Armadillo.
It's foolish to bite an armadillo back, Hichan. But Hichan will do it anyway, you see, ha ha ha.
I see. Shizune adjusts her glasses with a small flourish on her hand. I mean, off her hand.
Hichan, will you have anything planned? I told if you were to win or lose, you just assumed there would be something like that.
I wonder why.
Me too, but well, there isn't. Does it change your mind, Hichan?
Well, yeah. Misha windmills her arms at high speed to show her joy. Weird habit. This is the kind of thing you could only see in the student council room occupied only by 3 people. Anywhere else, she would end up soaking someone in the face.
Yay! Let's start right now!
Not just yet.
Huh?
Okay. However, we have to be able to play. That's my condition. What? I don't like games where one person is clearly the ace player right off the bat, or games where only 2 people can play, so one of us has to sit back. It has to be something the 3 of us can play equally.
Checkers!
Taking this down, she says that Misha takes out a pack of checkers and places them on the table. Only 2 people can play that, I told you.
Okay, Hichan, how about Monopoly?
Oh, that's a Monopoly box slowly edges towards me, and I take it out of Misha's hands and put it under my chair. I don't like games that revolve around luck of the draw. They're too much about chance and not about skill. Also, stop jumping out with these games.
Luck is kind of skill, you know.
No, it's not.
It can be if you're consistently lucky, right?
Once at that point, it's something else entirely.
Baccarat, marbles, life, snakes and ladders, roulette, blackjack, paper, football, trivial pursuit.
Misha begins to excite and name a bunch of games as if she were reading from a list. With each suggestion a new box, words, and a piece of paper appear around her. A bizarre catalog of games ranging from children's fair to serious, polished-looking gambling instruments that look very out of place in this humble room.
3-way chess?
Is that even possible? Let's try.
Yeah, let's try, definitely.
I don't know how to play chess. They pull a chessboard from behind them with a flourish like 2 junior magicians. Well, magic does require some deft sleight of hand, and they've got that in spades. I'm surprised, nevertheless, it is still somehow unsettling. Stop doing that.
Excuse me.
A very timed voice managed to make me look up.
I lost my ID card, and someone told me I could find out where to get a new one here. If I'm interrupting something, I can come back later.
Hanako's eyes drift across the room, taking in the landscape of piled up record books, haphazardly scattered chairs, and overturned board games. I guess this is exactly the image an organized, tightly run student council like ours should be giving off. Hello! It's the only thing I can think of to break the ice. Unfortunately, it just seems to startle her further.
I think you're in our class, aren't you? Right, so don't be so timed, okay? Come on! Yep, even though we're your seniors, it's not like we'll bite.
We're not her seniors. We're in the same class. Still, I'm grateful to them for stepping in.
What is it you said you want? An ID card, right? Right. Yes.
Her eyes slide away from Misha. Being shy, it's no wonder she's not the best at keeping eye contact. I follow where she's looking and notice her gaze stop on the chessboard on the table. Hanuko's eyes widen just for a moment. She's noticed as well. Oh boy.
Do you like chess? You like chess, don't you? Yeah, you definitely do. Do you want to play?
Hesitation, she might make a break for it. I refuse to get involved in this. It won't end well. To my amazement, Hanako seems to be considering the very idea seriously. She touched the tips of her fingers together pensively, mulling the thought over. That level of consideration is more or less a confirmation. We're having our lunch break, so we'll have to wait anyway. Why not play with us in the meantime? Come on, it'll be fun. Really fun! You like Justin Jewel? I can really, it's obvious, so please, will you? Okay. Woohoo! Yay! Success! Okay, that's great! The chessboard is set up. The opening move is important. However, Shizune doesn't seem to care. Hanako monitors her moves carefully, sliding pieces forward just a little bit, and then putting them back in uncertainty, second guessing herself over and over again. She's really into this game. You can't call her a casual player, definitely enthusiast. Shizune can't take her lightly. No matter what she does, Hanako has an appropriate response. Yet there is something about the pacing of this game. Shizune moves too quickly. No. Not even too quickly, but with illogical speed. It's like she's even thinking about what she'll do next. Either Shizune is in the realm of supercomputers, or she isn't taking this game very seriously. Or maybe Hanako just isn't very good. Shizune forces an exchange of pawns. Hanako's turns take increasing amounts of time as the game goes on, and it hasn't been going on that long. Suddenly it all becomes clear. Shizune has a lot more time to think about her next move because Hanako takes forever to move a piece. Despite that, it's an interesting game. Even if I don't know the rules. Black Knight to f6! Bishop to d3! Since they're both playing seriously, no one is toying with the other. There is no clearly dominant player, at least for now. Maybe this is helped by the fact that they aren't very close to each other, from what I can see. I mean, it was said they are enemies at some point. Shizune is a mysterious one to Hanako, and Hanako is an enigma to Shizune. Hanako's furrowed brow shows that she's into the game. She wants to really win, and Shizune always wants to win. Their lack of familiarity is a little depressing, but it is giving life to the game, and allowing them to see each other as good competition. Maybe they might even end up being friends over it, or at the very least rivals in chess. It's an optimistic thought. Although remembering playing Risk against Shizune, she doesn't want to just crush people for the fun of it. The game continues. Shizune plays 12 moves in 4 minutes. What a scary opponent. Is it? I wouldn't know. But Hanako holds her own, even though her king is being chased around the board a bit. Pawn to h6. White knight to e6. The end is near. The game ends. That was a really good game. Thanks. It was really close. I thought I would lose. You were very skilled. Magnanimous in victory and extending hand to the defeated. Maybe it's because Hanako is taking her defeat so well. It was a fun game, but it took so long. Almost the whole period. Chess is too formulaic, especially this level. How about some advanced rules? What? Advanced? Yeah, like speed chess or chess with additional pieces, or maybe we can pair up and play tag team chess with 1 or 2 boards. Your choice. Come on, you'll be fun. Really. Regular chess is so slow. Too much radical. It's boring. I'm to play chess that rewards quick thinking and daring. Any one of these comparing chess to it is like comparing checkers to Go or tic-tac-toe to shogi, right? Whoa! Even laser chess might be more exciting. Big something big. Like a deer in the headlights. Many emotions spring up in me watching Hanako's mind really in front of the chessboard as she's about to faint. The dominant one is amusement, but I've moved a little closer in case she might really topple over. The board is set up again, but this time it's not even close. Hanako can't even make a move out of fear of her hand colliding with Shizune's. She's all over the board. It's an onslaught, and where Hanako wants to put a piece, Shizune is already there. It's the fastest game I've seen in my life. Let's change the rules and play again. Best out of 6, like Kasparov and Deep Blue. Hanako excuses herself and flees from the room. Huh? Wait! Ah! Didn't
Did you want to know where she could get a new ID? Excuse me, hello! Come back, please! Wait!
Strangely, the further Misha goes away, the louder the sound of her voice seems to grow.
I couldn't catch her.
Shizune pats her on the shoulder urgently. There.
There.
You're pretty cheerful for someone who needs a pat on the shoulder.
Hichan, do you hate games where luck is involved?
A question out of nowhere, but it feels like an important one. If it wasn't, why would Shizune be looking at me? Watching for my reaction, even as I glance in her direction, she tries to pretend she isn't doing so, putting on a casual air by spinning a cheese piece in her fingers.
I don't like games that revolve around lack of draw, right? That was you, Hichan.
Yeah, revolving around luck isn't the same as just having luck involved. Fall. I don't play games just for having an element of luck. Most games have an element of luck to them anyway. It's what keeps them interesting. I think a game where you know from the beginning how far you can go is boring. Then it's not a game, isn't it? Just going through motions. For a game where you have little to no control, I don't think I could get into something like that.
I see. That girl isn't very good at chess.
Huh?
Chess is a formulaic game, so it's a game that isn't suited for her. There was nothing formulaic about her. Someone who plays chess like that, looking only at the next piece, playing so shallowly, can't be called a serious chess player.
Why are you making this into competition again?
Anyone who loves chess to the point where their eyes sparkle like that when they see a chessboard would be the kind of person who would study the game. You study chess casually, you can learn to see at least 2 moves ahead, even against pros.
Okay.
Why would someone who loves the game so much, with that enthusiasm, no thought about it, even less than someone just passing interest in it?
Wow. I mean, maybe that's enough for her. Why are you going on her again? Damn! Shizune puts down the piece in her hand. It's a rook.
Her feelings are real, but her feelings for the game aren't real. Do you understand, Hichan?
Yeah, I understand. You're being a biatch again. Damn! Maybe that's how she wants to play chess. That's it. Damn!
There's no luck in chess. It's important to realize that luck in games is good because it gives everyone a chance. Just enough to matter, but not so much that skill is penalized. Chess is boring because it's not a game. To me, it seems like formulas. Hanako is the kind of person who would love something like that either. If you value something, you fight. Struggle is proof of preciousness, I think. So at least, or you concede immediately, since it's so precious that it stops your thinking. The first is passionate love, the second is gentle love. I tried fighting her, chasing around her king and trying to bait her. I didn't succeed for, because she stuck to only what would work. The trickiest moments were when she moved the fastest. That means she knew exactly how to deal with those situations. That means someone taught her. Do you understand, Hichan?
Not really. Yeah, I don't read her.
If you love chess that much, but you can't give it your all, it's because you love the memories attached to it and not the game. It's too precious to her to see as a tool for true competition.
Again, you're making it a competition. Maybe she just wants to enjoy the game. That's all.
Due to that, you can become friends over it, not without words.
Whatever. Well, your way of making friends isn't the kind of way that works on everyone, Shizune. Exactly. The look on her face isn't one of sadness, at least as far as I can tell, but her words are very sad. Okay, let's play a game. Well, the board is still here. But the bell rings and cuts me off. And the intermission jumps in and cuts me off. So let's end the episode. We'll continue tomorrow. For now, hope you enjoyed. And I think I'm gonna make myself some dinner. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.